Hi everyone, I'm standing, trying something new. What's more important, the message or the messenger? I was cruising around YouTube last night and this afternoon, and I found a channel that is, in my opinion, full of bullshit. The videos are a text-to-voice program reciting what are supposedly channeled messages from alien beings and angels. If you are interested in the New Age facets of spirituality, ascended masters, angels, spirit guides, Star Siege, that would be a cool game, right? Star Seeds and the Galactic Federation, Ashtar, all that. You know that there's a lot of channeled messages that go around about ascension and calling everyone dear hearts, and frankly, I like the channel even if the verbal content is bullshit. However, the visual content is fantastic. The pictures are what I find moving, and if somebody wants to tell a particular story, work within a particular mythical framework, that's fine by me. I don't have to like it or care. Just like I can sit here and believe that on some level I'm other than human and nobody has to like it or even care, and that's great. Now, so this got me to thinking. There's a lot of people out there in every spiritual community. You have the fundy preachers to the Eastern mystics, to the to the New Age mystics, and people who claim that they're on some kind of high level spiritually. And keep in mind, I'm not saying that there are no wise people out there, nor am I saying that everyone who has a mystical belief system and who wants to share is a con artist who doesn't believe it and is only wanting to part you from your wealth. I don't believe that. However, I think many are. Many of the mystics are bloodthirsty and sociopathic, and all they want to do is part you from your work and your money. Yeah, I'm cynical. And many mystics from various traditions are this way. But you have many individual people who are not. Now, there are a lot of people that they claim that they're channeling various entities. Spirits, ascended masters, aliens, whatever. You have people claiming to channel whatever. And even in the pagan community, people will have ceremonies in which they are ridden by a god, and basically they become the god. I mean, it's still them as in their body, but the people that the participants are interacting with are, for all intents and purposes, interacting with the god. Now then, to me, I'm more inclined to think that people are in touch with facets of their own mind. But it really doesn't matter. To me, I think what matters in all this is the message. You have tons of stories. Everybody's gonna, or not everybody, but a lot of people, they have their own myths. They have their own stories to tell. They have their own frameworks. They do whatever it is they're going to do. But in all this, what matters is the message. Give me muckety muck, and I will happily receive it as material for shtick. Give me substance, and I will happily do my best to absorb it and understand it, and I may agree or not agree, or apply some and leave some, but I'll at least do my best to understand it. And it seems to me that the delivery system matters not, but what is being delivered matters. For example, is the individual in question delivering genuine encouragement, or are they telling you what you want to hear to get you to like them so you can give them money or attention or whatever profit they seek? Not that profit is bad, mind you, but if I'm paying money or time, attention, resources, etc., I want something of value in return. Now, are the messages something constructive, useful, positive? And positive isn't all necessarily lovey-dovey, light, happy. Sometimes somebody needs to hear something that they don't want to hear. But even still, it is even messages like that, is it degrading because they're trying to get you to admit that you're not perfect so you can go buy some nonsense course? Or, because, heck, I'm not perfect either. None of us are perfect. We all fall short than what we'd like to in some capacity. Now, or is it constructive advice that you, as much as you don't want to hear it, maybe you actually need to hear it? Maybe it really does speak to your experience, and maybe there is something that would benefit you to change. So, I think that in most cases, even some of the really fluffy stuff, as long as people are being honest about it, I really don't mind. If somebody's lying about it, they're saying A and they're telling you it's B, I don't like that. But if somebody is just being what most people would consider to be fluffy, I don't care. Why should I care? It's their story, it's their mind, it's their practice. Why should I care? It doesn't involve me. It doesn't affect me. If it does actually start affecting me without my permission, that's a different story. But if it's not affecting me, why bother? So, I think what's important is that everybody is going to tell their stories, whatever the stories are, and many of us, being human, being what we are, we're going to use symbols. We're going to draw meaning from things larger than ourselves. We're going to fill in the blank spaces with our speculations. We are going to wonder. We are going to dream. Telling stories is what we do. And since I think everybody in some capacity does that, it doesn't matter what the specific language is and what the specific word is, what the specific symbols are, so much as the message in all these symbols and stories, etc. And hopefully in doing this, the stories that we tell and the figures in these stories can be tools, illustrations, ways that we can learn about our universe and about ourselves. But we can then stop giving our power and attention to the stories and to the figures in these stories, and find those attributes that we like in ourselves, and thus become our own gods, or our own ascended masters, or our own gurus, our own avatars, our own bodhisattvas, as it were, our own messiahs, etc. And I would think that that's a long journey, and that rushing such a thing is probably the worst thing to do. But so I think I should end it here. And again, filler time. So yes, I think that it's time to I think perhaps a stage in everyone's growth is to stop stop looking at the gods that we project outward and start looking at the gods that that we can invoke from inside ourselves, and we can essentially become our own gods, or in the case of the Subgenii, our own Pope. Praise Bob. Hail Eris. Eat a hot dog. Filler.